find myself again with these videos. I felt like I was just pushing the videos out just to do it. Quality was getting bad, so I just took a break, worked on the bikes without filming, and now we're here. So I got a nice reset, and today I'm going to go over what I did to the XV, little update on the KLR 650, and what's going on in the future. So here in Flagstaff, we've had a pretty mild winter. When I say mild, that's like maybe 4 inches of snow. We should be at about 40 to 50. Now it is February, so it could pick up. You know, we might get 30 inches next weekend. So that has allowed me to kind of work in the garage a little more because it's been slightly warmer. Got a decent heater. It's been good. It's been a good reset. It's been good to kind of plan ideas with this bike without having to worry about, not that I care what you guys think about my style, but you know, just that's always in the back of your mind. You know, what's the viewer's opinion of what I'm doing, you know? And sometimes when I make a video on working on something, changing oil, something, you know, there's always somebody in the comments saying you're doing it wrong. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do stuff. Some things, yeah, are one way. You know, I did film changing the tires on this bike. The tires are, I don't know, 13 years old, 15, almost 20 years old. They're original tires, so I actually had to cut them off and spent a lot of time doing that and popped a lot of inner tubes. It was very frustrating, so I'm glad I never posted that video because that was embarrassing. But got it down pat. I actually took if you guys remember, I put a Golden Boy off-road tire, probably like a 70-30 tire on the Hawk, which is behind you, you can't see it, but I took that. It's the same size as the tire on the KLR. So I put that on there. It's basically a brand new tire. So the only thing left is to put a rear tire on that bike. This bike, I got an old school style tire for the front. Inner tube tire. Went on pretty easily, and it looks 10 times better. I do need to put a rear tire on this one. As you can see, the fender and the tank are now down to bare metal. It's almost like brushed steel. It's not completed. I have a couple of dents in the tank, which is sort of preventing me from just leaving it as a brushed steel. But you also can't see it as good now, so I might just clear it and leave it. Using this, you can see the fender looks a lot better than the tank because I you know, took all the paint off, got it pretty much where I wanted it, and then used like a Scotch-Brite pad to kind of put all the grain in the same direction. That's why this one looks a lot better. This one, you know, I used I have it right here. Oh no, I don't. I put it out in the. It's that aircraft stripper. That stuff is nasty, but it does the job. It took all the paint off the fender, but the tank, even with scuffing it and, you know, sanding it, trying to get some layers off, and then putting it on, it would not touch a single layer of that paint. So I resorted to actually using a DA polisher with an attachment where you can put a sanding pad on it, and I used 80 grit to take it off, and it took it off like that. I did watch because it was heating up. There is fuel in it, so that was probably dumb, but you know, whatever. But it's got a pretty nice finish to it now, and I'm kind of torn because I do like the look of kind of the chrome, and then you know, everything else. It looks pretty good. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I'm getting close. It's got to be warmer for me to paint it if I am going to paint it. Even if I want to clear coat it, you know, I'm going to have to wait. So I have some time to think about it. I may try to get the dent out, you know, with something, you know, you can get that little what do you call it, little push rod thing that kind of pushes it up. So we'll see. Other than that, I kind of cleaned up the wiring, cleaned up the front wheel. The brakes are all nasty, but the pads are good. Other than that, you know, it's just kind of basically together. I spent some time troubleshooting why it would smoke and not idle, and it couldn't rev it up. So I ordered a pilot jet kit, and I think I went up to a 27 because it was running too lean. But now I idles beautifully and can rev. You know, the pilot jet is that first, you know, quarter throttle to half throttle. So that's why, you know, if I could make it past that point, the main jet was fueling it just fine. So yeah, the bike idles and runs now. I had it up on stands and actually ran through the gears. It is, every gear is there. So when I do get a seat on it and, you know, feel comfortable with putting fuel in the tank, I can finally take it for a ride. Not sure when that'll be, but I will definitely involve you guys. So the KLR, I haven't really done much other than kind of reroute the wiring for the, what do you call it, the battery, so it's not all hanging out. Looks a lot nicer. Once I order, I think they're $100 for a set of them, but you can get the full plastics here in black, but they're $100, and it has a little slot that sits in here and it actually protects and keeps the battery in there. So that's why I'm still kind of leaving this open, because the job will be finished by that side cover. Obviously one for the other side too. I do have like some oil kind of leaking around, but I'm sort of thinking it's fuel. Kind of have this plastic fuel, what's it called, filter. I still have a little leak on the gas cap that I can't really figure out. I'm just gonna order an OEM one, or maybe RTV something around it. It could just be that little vent, little O-ring. Not totally sure if that's seated in there correctly. That could be all it is, but you can see it's eating this plastic dip off here. Got the new tire on there. Everything else is pretty much the same. It fires up and runs. It's a great bike. I think we're gonna ride tomorrow and go grab something to eat just downtown. You know, you don't really want to go off trails here in Flagstaff because that snow we got was just a couple days ago. So in the shaded parts, they're still going to have like this semi-melted snow that can turn into ice overnight, and it's just not worth crashing right now. But the roads are good. Roads melt pretty quick, and you could really ride all winter if you wanted to. The only thing you have to watch out for is the cinders, which is, we don't use salt here. They throw down cinders, which are volcanic cinders. It's like a red, almost like a pumice rock, and that's their salt. So my car looks pretty good for a winter vehicle compared to Pennsylvania. Now originally I was gonna tear everything off this winter and redo the frame and paint everything and you know, do seals on the motor and everything, rewire it. You know, when I started thinking about it, the amount of things that I would need to buy to make it look new doesn't make sense financially. The bike is a 93. It's got wear on it. It's got some character to it. So the amount of things I would have to do to it to make it look stock would be way over what the worth of the bike is. And my thought is just keeping it running in a good condition, you know, aesthetically not great, but you know, I want to be able to jump on it and ride it anytime I want, have fun and go places, and that's what it does now. And you know, I don't really have to worry about, you know, it looks good but it doesn't run. This is a strong bike, so it does what it needs to for me. I was trying to find a gauge again. Right now I don't have anything. I was just using a phone for a speedometer, and I have that little, like I showed you on the radiator, there's a little, what do you call it, a water temp for the radiator, which the fans kick on when it's supposed to, so does what it's supposed to. I do want to get one of those little ring sensors for around the spark plug to test the temperature of the head, because I don't know what that is. That could be a little hotter than what the radiator runs at. So that would be something digital that I can run and just mount on the dash, and that's it, you know. Because it's a 93, if I wanted a speedometer, I would have to get a cable type speedometer, because I don't know if you guys have ever used one of those magnetic thing where you put the magnets all around your rotor. They just never work. The speed just goes like this, and it's just not accurate. I tried to put them on my SV650, and it said I was doing 180 miles an hour when I was doing 35, so I just took them off. They don't work very good. So as far as the channel, you know, I'm kind of at a point where I'm ready to start making videos again. Possibly looking at another avenue on the channel. One would be a different style of motorcycle, similar to this, but you know, a little better. You could probably guess what that is, but it's a pretty bitchin' deal, so I don't know what I want to do with that. Or, you know, I am out west where classic cars and, you know, project cars are everywhere. They are in good condition. Even if they've been sitting, there's probably no water in the motor. So, you know, I've been thinking about some kind of old car, you know, an old pickup truck like an F100 or a C10, or maybe an El Camino or Ranchero or something that, you know, needs a lot of work, and so I can now move my skills to another avenue while still keeping these bikes and, you know, maintaining them. So, but yeah, if you guys, you know, have any opinions on that, if you wanted to see another bike, I know this is a bike channel, but you know, it doesn't hurt to expand your skills. If you do want to see a project car, comment below what you think I should get. I have a couple of ideas, and I have a budget, so let me know. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that button at the bottom of the screen there, and turn that notification bell on. That way you don't miss anything. I'd appreciate that. Well, that's going to be it for this video today. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for a car or a bike, let me know. But until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.